In this video lesson, we'll discuss how to use adverbs. Sometimes people accidentally use adjectives when they should be using adverbs. We'll go through some tips in this lesson. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective or another adverb expressing manner, place, time, or degree. A word that can modify a phrase, clause, or sentence. I'll focus on the first part of the definition, using adverbs to describe verbs, because I think it's the most useful in everyday English communication. Here's a quick challenge. Can you think of a few examples of adverbs? You can pause the video. Some examples are quickly, badly, really, slowly, clearly, beautifully. Notice that many adverbs end in ly. You can take an adjective and add ly to make it an adverb. But many adverbs don't follow this pattern. For example, fast, often, well, etc. Well is an interesting adverb because it is the adverb form of the adjective good. So we don't say goodly, we say well. We'll talk about this later in the video. Just remember, adverbs describe verbs and adjectives describe nouns. When we use an adverb to describe a verb, the adverb tells us how we are doing something. For example, she sings beautifully. In this sentence, the verb is sings. How does she sing? Beautifully. Beautifully is the adverb in this sentence. It would have been incorrect to say, she sings beautiful. This is a common mistake in English grammar. I hear people use adjectives to describe verbs, which is incorrect. Remember, beautiful is an adjective, so we should use it to describe a noun, not a verb. The general rule is that we use adverbs to describe verbs and we use adjectives to describe nouns. Let's take a look at another example. The girl is courageous or courageously. In this example, we want to describe the girl, which is a noun. This means we must use an adjective. Courageous is an adjective and courageously is the adverb. Remember that adverbs typically end in ly. It would be incorrect to say the girl is courageously. Since courageously is an adverb, we will use it to describe a verb. For example, we could say, the girl courageously fought the dragon. In this example, we are describing how the girl fought, so we would use an adverb. She teaches slow or slowly. In this sentence, what are we describing? We're not describing she, which is the pronoun or noun in this sentence. We're actually describing how she teaches. We're describing a verb in this sentence, so we need to use an adverb. The correct sentence is, she teaches slowly. Often we get asked, hey, how are ya? And we respond, I am doing good. This is incorrect, however. Let's break down this sentence. I is the pronoun or noun. Am is the helping verb. It connects the noun with the main verb in the sentence. The main verb is doing. In this sentence, we are describing how we are doing. We are describing the verb doing, which means we must use an adverb. Good is an adjective. Well is an adverb. The correct sentence is, I am doing well. Alternatively, we can say, I am good. In this instance, we are describing the noun or pronoun I, so it is reasonable to use an adjective like good. After sensory verbs like look, smell, taste, and feel, we normally use adjectives, not adverbs. In these sentences, we're usually describing the noun. For example, Amy looks beautiful tonight. We don't normally say, Amy looks beautifully tonight. His room smells bad or badly. Remember, smell is a sensory verb, so we should use an adjective. The correct sentence is, his room smells bad. In this sentence, we're describing the room itself, which is a noun. Remember, bad is the adjective and badly is the adverb. The general rule is that adverbs typically end in ly. The food tastes delicious or deliciously. Taste is one of those sensory verbs we talked about earlier. We should use an adjective in this sentence. Remember, delicious is an adjective, and deliciously is the adverb. General rule is that adverbs usually end in ly. The correct answer is, the food tastes delicious. In this sentence, we're describing the food itself, which is a noun. I feel good or well. We're using the sensory verb feel in this sentence, so we should use an adjective. Remember, good is an adjective and well is the adverb. The sentence should be, I feel good. How about this sentence? Sarah looks good or well. Remember, to look is a sensory verb, so we must use an adjective in this example. Sarah looks good. We could also say Sarah looks well, which is an exception to our rule. It's not incorrect, but it changes the meaning of our sentence. To look well is an expression that means to look healthy or fit. Another example, I am well. If you remember our earlier examples, we would normally use an adjective in this sentence because we are describing the pronoun I. But when we say someone is well, what we're saying is that they are healthy. We normally use such expressions when we've been sick or going through a rough time in life. Let's do some practice questions. 1. The traffic moved slow or slowly. In this example, what are we describing? We are describing how the traffic was moving. We are describing the verb to move. We must use an adverb in this example. The correct sentence is, the traffic moved slowly. 2. Larry speaks soft or softly. What are we describing in this sentence? We are describing how Larry speaks. We are describing the verb to speak. We must use an adverb in this example. Larry speaks softly. 3. Jason is a very careful or carefully person. What are we describing in this sentence? We're describing the noun Jason, so we must use an adjective. Jason is a very careful person. 4. Sarah said that she feels bad or badly. Remember, we're using the sensory verb to feel in this sentence. Normally, after sensory verbs, we use adjectives. The correct sentence is, Sarah said that she feels bad. Thanks for watching. For more content like this, please subscribe.